If you're an IT admin, you know that building a private cloud can feel a lot like trying to build a city from scratch. It's a huge undertaking. Well, today we're handing you the master blueprint. We are going to walk through the entire journey for a VMware Cloud Foundation 9 administrator, from laying that very first virtual brick all the way to managing a sprawling digital metropolis. But before we even look at the blueprint, let's talk about the big problem VCF 9 was built to solve. I mean, how do you stop jumping between a dozen different tools just to manage your compute, your storage, and your networking? How do you finally tame all that complexity and bring it all together under one single sane platform? That, right there, is the fundamental question VCF is designed to answer. So to get to that answer, we're going to follow the exact path an administrator would take. We'll kick things off by defining what VCF is, and then we'll dive into its architectural blueprint. From there, we'll actually build the cloud, learn how to handle its day-to-day operations, unlock its really powerful advanced capabilities, and finally, map out what that journey to true mastery looks like. All right, Section 1, what is VCF 9? The simplest way to think about it is as the master plan for your private or hybrid cloud. It's not just one product, it's the automated, intelligent foundation that your entire digital city is going to be built on. Okay, so at its core, VCF 9 is an integrated software stack. But the magic here isn't just that it bundles all this best-in-class tech for compute, storage, and networking. No, the real power, the secret sauce, is how it uses intelligent automation to bind all of that together under a single, unified control plane. The entire goal is to slash the manual work and radically simplify how you build and run a private cloud. Now, let's get to that blueprint. You can't build a city without understanding the zoning laws and the foundational layout, right? Well, you can't build a cloud without understanding its core components. This is absolutely step one. So, right off the bat, VCF gives you two fundamental models to choose from. On one side, you've got the instance model. Think of it as a completely self-contained private cloud. Then you have the fleet model, which lets you manage a whole bunch of separate VCF instances from one central command center. This is a huge deal for big organizations that need to manage infrastructure across different regions or business units. Now, inside any VCF deployment, you're going to find this really critical separation of duties. You've got the management domain, that's the brains of the operation, running all the VCF control components. And then you have the workload domains. Those are the workhorses. It's where your actual applications and services live. And believe me, this separation is key for stability and security. And holding it all up are these three pillars. VCF automates vSphere for compute, and vSAN for software-defined storage, where you get to choose between the original architecture or the new, super-fast express storage architecture. And finally, it uses NSX to create the software-defined network. It uses what are called network overlays. You can kind of think of it like building a secure virtual highway system on top of your physical roads to create these agile, secure networks on top of your physical hardware. Okay, so we've got the blueprint. Now, it's time to break ground. Section 3 is all about turning that architectural plan into a real, functioning private cloud. The deployment workflow is where you really see that automation shine. You start with your planning and making sure you have all the prerequisites. Then you feed your configuration details into a simple wizard. After that, you just hit go, and VCF automates the entire bring-up process, building that whole complex stack for you. It even validates the deployment at the very end to make sure everything is absolutely perfect. So the city is built. But the job's not done, right? Now you have to run it. This next phase is all about the day-to-day operations, the things that keep your private cloud healthy, efficient, and ready for whatever the business throws at it. Using that single management interface, an admin can handle all the core tasks. This is your command center for spinning up new workload domains for different teams, seamlessly adding new physical servers to expand your capacity, and just generally managing the entire inventory of your infrastructure. Now here is a feature that every single admin is going to love: drift detection. You know how it is in any complex system. Unauthorized or just accidental changes happen. We call this configuration drift, and it is a total nightmare for security and stability. Well, this tool acts as your watchdog. It's constantly comparing the live state of your cloud against its intended design. The second it finds something off, it flags it. This is absolutely vital for troubleshooting and maintaining compliance. All right. Your cloud is up and running smoothly. Now it's time to unlock its true power. Let's dig into the advanced capabilities that can transform a basic private cloud into a really sophisticated, automated service delivery platform. This is where VCF stops being just infrastructure and becomes a true service platform. You can give tenants self-service networking with virtual private clouds. You can securely host multiple different departments on the exact same hardware using multi-tenancy. You can empower your developers to build what they need exactly when they need it, with infrastructure as code. And you can build a security model that's like a fortress using microsegmentation. I mean, these features are total game changers for enabling speed, agility, and security at scale. And that brings us to the final leg of our roadmap. Mastering the platform isn't just about the day-to-day tasks. It's a journey of professional growth that takes you from being a hands-on administrator to a strategic architect. So, the final steps on this path. This is where deep expertise comes in. We're talking about advanced root cause analysis for when things go wrong, designing architectures that can actually scale to meet future demand, putting robust disaster recovery plans in place, and constantly tuning the environment for peak performance and efficiency. And there you have it. That's the entire journey, from understanding the basic bits and pieces to architecting a resilient, high-performance cloud. The VCF 9 blueprint is vast, no doubt about it, but it provides a really clear path forward. So the only question left is, where on this powerful roadmap will your journey begin?